at some point, always the creator has that remaining part whereby whatever he has created, like there is no way, I mean, people can be like the knowledge over God and everything. You know, people have been trying to create a human, but it's impossible because the creator above, like, has always power to control what he has created. So I don't see like the future robot like leading us while we're the one creating them.
Welcome back to the Niche Innovation Podcast, focusing on technology, tech companies, startups, and any kind of innovation, especially with emerging technologies like AI and others that are bringing, the innovation that we want. And these are the solutions that will drive the economy in the coming days and even now. So we have been graced today by Growthwave
Yes.
and Pacific, the CEO. I believe that you would do more of justice introducing your company and yourself to the niche.
Yeah. So thank you very much. So my name is Pacific Nziza Eme and the founder and CEO at Growthwave. So basically at Growthwave, we train high school students how to use technology through programming and AI skills and communication and leadership skills so that we may prepare these young kids to be ready for future employees before they join university.
Oh, you're training them to be future employees or to be future employers?
Yes, pretty much. It's not the same. So we are training them. We're giving them these skills for them. Those who want to pursue entrepreneurship journey, they can start their own business, and even those who want to be joining different companies, they can also be hired. So yeah.
Certifying them? Is it like a recognized course in the schools or within the secondary schools, or which level?
So we are training from senior one to senior six. So we are trying to having these skills that are related to the existing curriculum of REB. So we are now training them of how to build codes, how to use AI from what they're learning to help them advance and get to do what they're doing perfectly. So from the experience we had, we are really satisfying them. So basing on what we've been seeing during our pilot phase. And recently we won a grant at LU Venture Lab. So we won a grant of 10K USD. So that's a significant, and they've seen that as a potential business and potential idea to help these young kids. So we are really satisfying them, and it's very recognized.
Wow. So you're going to scale up your
Definitely, yeah.
training. Are you doing it within their classrooms, or you have a separate facility where, or is it online, or is it? Are you giving certificates, or how is the training conducted?
Okay, yeah, thank you very much. So the way we are doing it, we are joining them at their schools, whereby we are trying to find some of their free time. So basing on current curriculum and the plan of the education, so we are now training them on Wednesday afternoon. That's when they're having their club activities, and even during the weekend. So for us to make sure that we're really advancing and we're really going to be able to cover our curriculum. So we have a platform whereby students are learning from our platform so that they can learn at their own pace. So for us, we join the schools to help them with the physical support and doing some presentation of what they've been learning. So that's how we're doing it.
Okay, at what level of proficiency of AI would you say that your training aims to graduate those students at?
Yes, thank you very much. So I would say we are really giving them, for example, nowadays, you see now AI is really emerging, and every industry and every career, they're now learning how they can use AI from what they're doing. So what we are training with them, we are giving them these skills that are related with AI. For example, we've been training them how they can use AI to create some of the videos, some of the images, so that some people like them, like those kids, they can become like a podcaster like you. So like learning how they can use AI to generate some of the video and even using them to code. So that's the proficiency I would say we're giving these students.
My 13-year-old does the editing for me, so
Yes, I mean something I realized.
uh,
So we've been underrating these young kids. They're very intelligent. So what they're missing is the mentorship and having somebody to guide them and show them how they can use these skills. So those young, your 13 kids like are now able to do that. Why in the future we used to think that only those who are graduating from university can do what we think these young kids cannot do. So things have changed. That's why we focused on these young ones because they're really they have potential and they're very genius. So
so with technology, we're exposing young youth, like as you mentioned, my 13-year-old who's doing the editing for the show.
yes.
And this can be called child labor. So how how do we, because technology is taking them to a level where they can be employed. So he's asking me how much do I how much for today's show.
I see.
And it's not known in the labor law or within the labor department. So how do you then and also the fact that they can do a lot within their studies, especially during examination, that can be perceived as malpractice because of too much efficiency of the AI or knowledge of the AI tool. Like me, now, if I have to review a 20 document page in 2 days, previously I would have burnt the midnight oil, but now I only run it through Gemini or any other tool, and I get the main, facts, and I can do my analysis from there. I believe that would be the same for the students. Instead of
Definitely.
taking the time to study, and get the concept, now maybe they would be looking into AI to speed things up. So how do you control all that?
So there is this belief and mindset I would say people are having that AI is now coming to make us how can I
Lazy.
say, yeah, lazy at some point. But if you see the world we are living in is very fast. Like you wake up in the morning, you find something that you have never seen, like being built within very short period of time. So AI is not coming to help us to make us lazy, but is coming to help us like move very fast. If let's say you would struggle, I remember when I was young, like especially when I was doing mathematics, because mathematics is very hard subject. I could always rely on the teacher. If I didn't get what teacher was saying, like on the board, or not get my colleague, maybe who is better than me, helping me, that means that concept and that subject, like I'm not going to understand it anymore. But with AI, it's much easier because for me, even during my classes, I'm not yet finishing, so I'm finishing this year at ALU. So what I'm learning, I go and I give AI like whatever course I'm learning, and I'm like, try to explain to me this to the beginner level. And it gives me the clear explanation to that. So AI is not coming to make us lazy. And even those kids, they're not going. So we're teaching them how they can use it to contribute to what they're learning. If you're learning math and it's becoming hard, AI is there to help you and give you that clear explanation. Which, okay, I would then say the teacher would not, but at some point it can give you something that,
Limited to his understanding.
yeah, definitely, it would like AI would give you like that explanation, that
Diverse.
support, yeah, which is very diverse and from different contexts. So AI is coming to support them because even the education nowadays, I've heard there's this conversation I had recently of a minister of education, which they're saying that they are now going to be integrated, like to see how they can start teaching AI from their normal curriculum. So because they have seen how it is. If you're not moving fast with the very world in this digital era we are in, so we are going to be laying behind. So that's why we should now start looking of how can we make a use of this AI and benefit from it to help us advance and do things very fast.
Ministry, I'm not talking for them, would probably partner with tech companies like yourself to deliver these AI skills to the students as you're already doing? Or maybe there will be a training of teachers, because I don't know if they are going to recruit AI savvy teachers now, or they are going to take the teachers they have for training. But I believe, as a parent, or as a teacher who would be my age, maybe the students know more than us. Those youth, like, my teenager knows much more than me on AI, and he's always teaching me.
Yes.
Not much more, but he has a lot of time to play with it. So maybe it would you tech companies would probably position yourself for that, leverage to be able to use the tools that you have, the knowledge that you have, to scale up that training across the country.
Yes.
And maybe beyond borders.
Definitely, that's the goal. Like, we don't want to have this in Rwanda only. We want to scale to help the entire Africa, because the education we are having it still needs some of like a refining from different from different institution. So coming to what you're saying, if the ministry now is going to be partnering with institution like ours or training teachers, so from what I've heard recently, they have been training teachers how to use AI in what they're learning, which they're even taking courses where the teachers are supposed to be having the certificates for them to continue. So the ministry is going to do that. They're going to be training teachers and even partnering with an institution like ours, because we also were like having a partnership with the mini ICT through 1 million Rwandan coders. So whereby we are now moving from different schools and try to train these kids of how to use AI and these tech related courses. So the ministry and government at large is really putting much effort into that. So that's why they're going to be now adding AI courses from the curriculum.
Yeah. Because I believe at one point in few years to come, everybody will need AI.
Trust me, everyone, from whatever career you are in, you are
Yeah.
going to be needing AI. And that's what I tell some of my friends, that if you still use doing things manually, not using AI, you're really, I don't know how to say, like, you're going to be left behind
Stone
so
age.
much. Definitely, because like we used to do, like you said, if you have like a 20-page document report to do or to make summary with, if you're going to read the entire document, like from page 1 to page 20, it's going to take you the entire day or night, like you're saying. But with AI, it will give you like good summary, and even help you to understand like some of the things from the document. Because I remember recently, so I was working on presentation of my company during the pitch of the grant I mentioned of recently. So when I was making presentation, I mistakenly added a letter to my pitch deck from the slides I was working on, and it was very small for me. I couldn't even see it. But when I gave AI to help me now review my slides and everything, he pointed out to that specific letter I have added, and I was like, yo, we should all, like, AI is there to save us, because it was something very small I couldn't see with my eyes, but with AI it could direct me where exactly that S is, until I zoom in so much to see that letter. So AI is going to be very important, and
Everybody uses AI at some level. Maybe we grown-ups need to be more curious, like you guys, the youngsters. But me, I'm in the tech industry, and definitely it's driven by the latest emerging technologies. I just see a point whereby even in the job entry, it will be a requirement, and even as you mentioned, you are imparting this skill at the secondary level, such that when they get to university, they are already proficient, and it's no longer a question of whether they qualify to go into the job industry. So this is, yeah, it's taking us by the by force.
Yeah.
But again, in creativity and business ideas, and I have seen an application which you feed in something, and it comes up with the business
idea.
project,
I see. Yeah.
including the financials and how you will go about the business venture. and,
Yes.
and
Now,
this is amazing.
today, like AI is now being to be helping us, like even being creative, like you mentioned. Because I remember when we started teaching, we used to go to school and teach students like everything from within their schools and cover everything. And it was very hard, even for us and for the students, because they could always becomes hard to know, like to reach out to us, asking for clarification, asking for support, because we're fully delivering courses physically. So, but when we realized that was really taking us much time and even making us like become so long to finish the curriculum, that's when we started now working on our online platform, which is now it has AI within, which is there to support the students so that when you get stuck at some point, you're going to ask AI, it gives you the guidance of how you're going to do things. Not give you the answers, it gives you the guidance of like the problem you're having. So with AI, it would have like costed us more than like 10 million to finish the platform we built, but we built it within 1 month and it was very fast. If it wasn't AI, that creativity you're saying, like, it was going to be hard. But nowadays you'll be like, you give AI an idea and you'll be like, I want to create this. Can you give me guidance of what I can do? What should I improve? Like you give like your business to AI and you asked it to make like a business evaluation to analyze on your business and gives you what you should have done, like shows you like the gap that are from within your business and what you should do to improve it. So AI is now definitely going to help us like become creative and even build fast. So what we're doing.
There is also the element, okay, that is now the software, the soft part of AI, the skills, the knowledge. But there is also going to be the phase of the robotics.
Yes.
Like replacement of humans. So how do we prepare for this, even at that level where you're onboarding, youth and students to AI?
So I work with a company which is dealing with the robots as my career because I'm a software engineer by profession. So I don't think robots are coming to replace people, but rather they are coming to help them into what we're doing. Like because from what I've been seeing, those robots they're going to be helping us do those big work which we couldn't handle. Like if you could we could handle it as a human, but with the robots not get tired because they're going to be having like the knowledge. It's hard for them to make a mistake because they know exactly if it's to go straight that way, there is no distraction like a human. So they're going to be supporting us, like do those heavy work, which would have taken us much fault and much energy. So I don't see robots as they're coming to replace. And considering the news and what you're seeing, we still have so many years to have that robot having the accuracy and that accuracy like doing things. So I believe we shouldn't now start scaring of robot coming to replace us. Rather, we should now start looking how we can work with it and what type of skills do we need so that when we reach in that generation where robots are going to be deployed into daily activity, we'll know like we'll have different type of knowledge.
I think the worst case is a human making a robot, and then a human being led by the robot. The robot, like
See.
man made money and money made man mad.
Yeah.
So at one point, we don't want to have robots being our bosses. We should always have the upper hand over the machinery and the software, and that's why we need to have a higher level understanding and proficiency as humans, because we are the leaders and we are the ones with the emotional intelligence
Yes.
and other soft skills that make the world work.
Yeah, definitely. I believe like uh, it is always going to be hard. If I'm a human, I'm the one making the robot. It's going to be hard for the robot to control me because at some point, always the creator has that remaining part whereby whatever he has created, like there is no way. I mean, people can be like have I don't know how to say it, like the knowledge over God and everything. You know, people have been trying to create a human, but it's impossible because the creator above, like, has always power to control what he has created. So I don't see like the future robot like leading us while we're the one creating them.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, how do you combine in-person boot camps with your 24/7 AI platform? How do you complement them? Because you're obviously limited in presence.
Yes, definitely. So the way we are combining them, so like I mentioned earlier, we're going to schools doing those physical classes, like to help the student with the practical and presentation. Like I mentioned, what we're training them communication. So if they are going to be learning, they're going to learn from the platform at their own pace. Then we evaluate and see the progress from the platform, and then we go to the school now to see if they have been working on a certain project. That's where they're going to be doing some presentation and all of those physical activities. So we are using platform for them to learn as a source of knowledge, and then we are having a physical classes at school now to express themselves, to showcase what they've been doing, and even if they need that physical support, we can give it to them.
Is the selection on application basis, or it's just an embedded lesson that you go and teach in a certain classroom?
So what do you mean?
The qualification of those that are coming to the course. Is it selection basis, or it's a program that you go and impart to any class in the school?
So you mean if like our curriculum is like a ready, prepared curriculum, we
It
go.
is, I believe it will be,
Yes.
but then will it be a standard program amongst the other courses,
Oh,
or it will be criteria based, selection based,
it's
of like choosing some of the students that are qualifying?
So we first have to assess to see the students' knowledge, and depending on the school and the type of partnership we are having, so that's why we decide either we are going to do selection, or the school has the specific, like maybe they say we need you to train senior four students. Like it depends on the partnership we're having with the schools. But before, we have to do an assessment for us to evaluate the level at what students are at, and to know what should we put more effort during our like our curriculum and teaching.
So this sounds like a paid program. Is
Yeah,
it, are you being
definitely.
paid for it?
Yes. So it's a paid program for private schools, and then for public schools. That's why we are looking for a partnership to different institutions to help us run the program to those public schools.
Okay.
Yes.
So a call to action is probably, the call to action is for institutions
Yeah.
and those that are in the space to be able to partner with you on this initiative of enabling as many graduates, say from secondary school to university, to be AI savvy.
We are calling for institution, government and different institution, like to help us run this to as many schools as possible. Because from the recent, so we started with one school, Agauzo Shalom Youth Village, as our partner private school, and we wanted now to run the program to public schools. So through 1 million Rwandan coders and with the support of ICT Chamber, we had a launch event at Kagarama Secondary School, one of the public school we're having here at Kichikiro. So, and we find so many like students who are very interested, because we're targeting to have 30 students being now trained from the program, but we had 242 students who were very interested. And when you look at the numbers, that shows that this was really this was really important for the student, and they was really happy to have it. But due to the support and the financial ability we're having, we're not able to help those 242 students. So that's why we are calling to different government institutions to help us and partner with us and give us support to scale this, because I know there is so many young kids out there who are looking forward to this, but due to the like they can't afford it or they can't have that, they are not able to do that. So once we get support, we can help and scale to different schools.
But do you have other commercial products like trainings that would help you maybe sustain this other one?
Yes, we're having like a boot camps during the holidays. Like we organize like a camp, which is going to be like a paid camp for students to come and still learn what we've been teaching. But as it's going to be in personal, it's going to be intense, and the students are going to be learning a lot. So that's what I would say, like as a kind of product we're having, where we can also generate money from. But there's not any external like product we're having aside, yeah.
So wish you success in your venture, but
Thank you very
where
much.
do you see yourself 5 to 10 years from now?
So in 5 to 10 years from now, we're seeing ourselves like working at least with more than 100 schools in Rwanda, and even growing to like our country, going to different our neighboring countries, because this is going to be for all and has to be something which all the schools and even different governments are seeing. So we're seeing ourselves like having so many numbers of a graduate and getting employed, and even proving that these young ones, they are ready to make things that we've never imagined through the support we're going to be giving them and mentorship.
Wow, so viewers, online followers at the niche, it has become normal to have these young gurus come here and demonstrate that you can do great things with emerging technologies, especially with AI and other innovations that we've had on the show. So this is a call to even more youth out there, entrepreneurs, that we have to innovate to stay relevant, and we have to think like young people to also stay relevant in the industry of the job industry and in the space, because the AI is taking us by a storm, and we
Definitely.
have no option but to
Yeah.
adapt.
Definitely,
So
yeah.
until the next Sunday, stay tuned for more entertaining shows, and mostly with innovation, and also partner with the innovators on the show. This is an opportunity for them to also demonstrate their products and what value they bring to the economy. So have a lovely week ahead.
Thank you.
That's it from us at the niche, and thank you, our cameraman.